the whole storyline don't start from Africa. It starts off from no other. It start here.
Right. Yeah. Well, you gotta remember, they just started studying over here.
Yeah.
Because the goal was never to give us any information related to anything over here.
Right.
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 And so when they tell a narrative and they out of Africa theory, if you incorporate what was going on in the Americas during the whole out of Africa time frame, it spoils the narrative.
It hurt their feelings.
Right. So you see the artifacts that they collected tell the story.
Yeah.
This is why they have to always conceal them and destroy the bodies, conceal the bodies, take the skulls off the bodies, certain stuff that they was doing.
Blow the whole
body. All to design to control the narrative. Everything started in the Americas.
Right. It would be no other reason to cover it up. If it went to what the storyline they gave us, if the storyline they gave us was legit, it'd be no reason for the Smithsonian Institute. The Smithsonian, and then they said they had a fire where after they collected all those artifacts, and then 1885, right after the Civil War, they burned down. It was 65. They burned down. What it was 65 or 85? All of a sudden, the place burned down to the ground. Huh?
It was 65 because I noticed it was not too long after the Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah.
But you gotta remember, it wasn't just the Smithsonian that burned during that time period. It was all of the records across the land. It was burning the churches that had the records in them, the libraries that had records, the city halls that had records. All of them was catching fire. That's why most of my mama history has been burned up in the fires because they in Magnolia they burned down the library with all the records in it.
I heard my granddaddy say something like that they burned out when they had no birth tickets, they burned it down.
Yeah. So we had land diagrams that we used to use to map out our plot of land. That's what they was mainly trying to destroy, so that we won't be able to say this was on my land.
Yeah.
They didn't want us. This was before they came out with something called an allodial title. That didn't have nothing to do with us. That was European record keeping.
Yeah.
Right? But once they gave us the records, we started asking questions, and the questions led to us seeking the answers where we couldn't get it from them.
Yeah.
Because we know that they have to put it in the public domain somewhere. We just have to locate it. We just didn't know that they would be telling it to us in news stories.
Yeah.
And using the big screen and political satire to control the narrative. But they've been doing it the whole time. And the same people was behind it. The unseen hand. The black hand.
Real slick. So they saying red hair giants. Now, if you go and look at the South Bantu people, which was over here, Bantu people was over here. They put this red dye in their head. The tribe. I know you probably seen that before, right? So that's when they saying red hair people. They talking about these Bantu peoples.
No, I'm talking about the ones that use the red clay.
Right. And that's
why we literally had red heads over here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, with our Nana, I know about with the red hair, green eyes, our Nana's daughters. But I'm talking about also that's what he talking about though. He talking about the red head, the Bantu that they used to put the red dye. He talking about that people. He ain't talking about the Adabaran connection with our Nana. That's a whole nother connection. You know what I'm saying? With our green eye family. He
would have identified if it was clay. If it was red clay.
I'm telling it. He said
but look, we're going to think that you probably didn't notice. He used the word more than once, and the word was stasis.
Go ahead.
You ain't dead if you're in stasis.
Yeah, I know.
Let that sink in for a minute.
Yeah. Okay, so the goals, it's called. Well, you call them Netarus, Natharus. they had a device. Murdoch and them had a device that could put you into stasis, and it really was a sarcophagus. It really was the first prototype to the med beds before they got to making the med beds. Murdoch now, and so what they would do is they could lay in this thing, and it would just put them into like when they float out of space, it just put them into like a deep sleep where they're age slower, like a slower process of aging, right? Just kind of like what you said they did to Tookie and all that, kind of like the same thing, but it's more advanced where they don't gotta freeze you. It's like a type of machine where it's put you into this. You get into there and they put you into a certain type of.
They use sarcophagi for that. They used to call them regeneration chambers.
Yeah.
And it was a sarcophagus that carried a certain frequency to regenerate your cells.
Yeah.
So it moved all your biology to when you was in your best performance shape.
That's right.
Right? And they had the ones like these two, they called them giants. When they could put them in stasis in a sarcophagus, and then they could inhabit another human's body that's walking around.
Yeah.
You know, as a walk-in.
Yeah. That's happening. So what I'm thinking is, he's saying giant. He really talking about these 7 foot. Like I said, on Watusis, they get 7 foot, and then when the Watusis mix with the other groups, which like the Sandsman and Twyman, they created other races like the Bantu. And like I said, I'm Bantu. They even show a picture of Satuk. Somebody painted a picture of Satuk. He even got the red hair, but the Mississippi, that red clay dirt is found up and down the Mississippi. That same red clay dirt that they was putting in their hair. I'm telling you, Rod. That's what he don't know. That's what he's saying. He ain't even saying it because they don't really want to tell us that why these Bantu people that's doing this red dye already over here in America 50,000 years, 40,000. Because Doc already said it though. Doc already told us in the in the Let's Set the Record Straight book that the people was already that they was over here. The Bantu people, they was already over here. The Almacs and all that. The Bantu people are the Almacs, right? So they was already over here. And they even show statues of these people with the. They even show Almac statues with the braid. How the people, the Bantu people braid their hair. The Almacs got the same braids. And then, like I said, that red dye, they put that in their hair. That's why they say these red hair. How he black with red hair? Come on, man. I'm talking about like dark black. These niggas jet black with red hair. That wasn't the bunch, the Inanna bunch. That's our other family members, which we got 3 different types. It was the red hair, green eyes with the freckles. That's one of Inanna's daughters. One of her other daughters had black hair with dark colored eyes, and the other one was a mix between the two, which gave her, when you mix the red with the black, it gave you a brown or a brunette color. And if you ever see them women that's from them three different ones I just named, and they be thick and fine, because you can see them red, some gingers, they be thick and fine. That's Inanna's daughters, and that ain't the people he talking about though. Although they was over here too.
Let me tell you something from experience out of that. I went to Mississippi to visit back in '85. And I was out in that sun so much down there that I had patches of my hair that was the color of my skin, but my skin had got darker.
Yeah.
But my hair had these parts that had literally bleached in the sun.
Yeah.
You know, so there are dark people with red hair.
Yeah, I seen it.
It's just not as common as dark people with dark hair. It's like in the Melanesian people, you have some people their skin is so dark that it got a purple tint and then they got blonde hair.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the real
so thing. Yeah, the sun also can bleach your hair for you.
Yeah.
So it really just depends on, you know what I'm saying, what was going on with the people of the era. But I do know from experience that the sun will bleach your hair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's but based on all what I'm collecting, like he's saying, oh, it's a pharaoh. Then the other dude said, oh, well, that's in Utah, right? Well, he's saying that they found this tall 7-foot pharaoh in Utah. Yeah, and then in another spot in the same kind of area, another guy said, oh, these Phoenicians. They all go back to the Phoenicians because that's like a code name for them. Well, they can just.
Yeah, we said that it was Phoenician writing discovered in the Great Lakes region.
Yeah, but because it's not Hebrew, there's no such language really as Hebrew. That's what they're
Paleo Hebrew. What he said.
Yeah.
He said they had Paleo Hebrew and Phoenician, which is very similar.
Right. But the Hebrew is not the language because the Hebrew was an act that's what these other people called us when we went. You
got to remember they renamed everything, so we just using the names they named it as. But even Arabs didn't call themselves Arabs. They still don't call themselves Arabs.
Right.
They call themselves either by their tribe or their country. They don't call themselves no damn Arab.
Right.
The only ones that still use an ancient name and refer to themselves as the Chaldean.
Yep.
You know, and then they're the same people. One of them became Christian, the other one became Muslim.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of interaction with people from around the world in the Americas pre-1492.
Right.
And we can act like it didn't happen. We got stories of Vikings came over here when St. Patrick was on his raid. Scotia and Scotia came over here, and they was all welcome.
Right.
Now, post 1492, they created a caste system that we didn't have based on skin color. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
They created a system for everything that we naturally do. We can only do it now under their control. You need a fishing license. We don't need no fishing license to fish. I'm from the land, on the land, going about to feed my people from the land. What is you talking about? Right? We used to traverse the land freely and unrestricted. Now we need a driver's license and follow a speed limit. I don't have an objection to speed limits, so I know it need to be enforced some kind of way. But the reality of the situation is we didn't have a lot of the restrictions before they came that we have now, but they telling us we supposed to be free.
Yeah.
We supposed to be the freest country in the world.
Yeah.
We free to be slaves as long as we choose to be. That's what the only thing that we free to do.
Right.
You can't. It's against the law to have children, especially for men. You punish as a man if you rear children, right? And the women get the benefit from the government stepping in as her provider.
Yeah, that's sad, man.
Right? That's just it's systematic control. But when you born in it, it's hard to see it. It's like a fish trying to describe water to another fish.
Yeah.
They can't do it.
Yeah.
They got to come out of water to even recognize they in water.
Yeah.
You know? So it's the same way with these systems that they got in place. If you even look at and do a study of the Panther Party, everything that they did, the government shut down and started doing it. Even what the nation do.
Yeah.
The government was trying to shut them down. They wasn't able to. They tried. But everything the nation was doing, they started doing.
Yeah.
Elijah Muhammad invented the franchise. But we think it was McDonald's or KFC that invented it.
That's deep.
You know, so they didn't know nothing about franchising until Elijah Muhammad started doing his Muslim restaurants.
Yeah, the fish place.
Yep. And, you know, he had buses. We didn't need to go Trailways or Greyhound. We used to catch a nation bus. Right? He had all this stuff. Bakeries. New printing presses and stuff. Everything that they was trying to control, he was trying to find a way to give us the control. We just got hung up on this Islam BS.
Yeah.
we not looking at the tribal activities, the tribal structure that he's maintaining.
Yeah, he was doing Islam civics. That's what he really was doing.
Whatever you want to call it. But you got to always remember, they don't believe it's Islam if it's not Arab. If it's not Arab culture, if it's not ancient Arabic nobles on the mystic strand, they don't accept you as a Muslim. But it don't got nothing to do with the religion. It got everything to do with how you use the information to uplift people. Mm-hmm. Right? Some of the best Muslims I met is in the nation, and some of the worst ones I met was born into it in the overseas. Right. So you got people like Bilal Phillips, Siraj Lahaj talk bad about Elijah, talk bad about Imam Issa, and at the same time they trying to be black Arabs. Yeah. You don't have to stay over here. Get your ass on over there with the Arabs and show you what it is to be a black Arab. You're going to find out when you get there. And then you're going to try to act like it ain't happening. This is the same with Ben and me when he moved to Israel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They don't enjoy the benefits of being over there like the paleface do. But they won't tell us that. Yeah. The only melanated ones that got any valuable benefit from the Israeli government was called Falashas from the mass exodus, Operation Exodus Mossad plot from the early 80s. We don't even know what happened. Right? Crazy. So they brought the Falasha over there and they put them on welfare. They feed them. They don't get the same medical care standard as one of those Khazarians over there or those Sephardi over there. They don't get that kind of treatment. But they still did better than they did with Ben Ami. Right? And he did what I'd say all of them should do. If you don't think that this is where you're supposed to be, take your ass where you belong. Right. You don't got to stay here. But we gonna win. Right? So they use these religions as control measures. Elijah was using the tribal structure. That's right. It's just basic tribal structure, and most of us was too blind to see who Claire Muhammad was. But Dr. Cleves knew. That's why he set up the shrine of the Black Madonna across on the other side of town from Temple Number 1 in Detroit. Mm-hmm. Right? He was telling you something. Nation was just reflecting it. Right? Far, that was just the wages for the Muhammad, the worthy one. Because most people don't know the etymology of the word far. It's the same as the word for. It means the wages to get across the river. Mm-hmm. Right? He's just the mirror. Mm-hmm. Polar opposite. North Gate, South Gate. Right? Iceman to the mother of the South. Use the mirror. Study. Use the mirror. Translate the names. What is he telling you? Claire Muhammad was the one the whole time. She wasn't wanting Mother Khadijah to replace her. Because she got to give her the juice. Can't get the juice from nobody that ain't the one with the juice. Or else you just got secondary juice. But at the end, it all comes forward. Full circle. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. From the Alpha to the Omega. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rod. So overall, on exposing the Smithsonian Institute, what do you think this place? We don't really need the. I don't really need to. I don't personally need to see the artifacts. I know what the deal is now. Like they might have some more stuff to say. Oh, that's interesting. But I don't really care about the artifacts. We already got the truth. We already know, hey, we go back forever on this land.
That ain't for us, though. Huh? It ain't for us. It's for Dr. Umar.
Go ahead. Oh yeah.
It's for
Go
what's
ahead.
the brother with the show on CNN?
Mark.
Martin.
I know you talking
Roland
about.
Martin. That's who the artifacts is for.
Go ahead.
The artifacts is for Al Sharpton.
Yeah.
For all these other so-called Negro leaders we got. Right? That's who the artifacts for. Those Afrocentric ones.
Yeah. Damn.
Right? They got to remember, you got to see what's over here in order to understand where you at. Right? It's for the $5 Indians. It's for the ones that thought we was from somewhere else, and now they about to find out we've been here the whole time.
Damn, I'm telling you, in a cold way.
That's who the artifacts is for. The ones of us that know how to pick a book up and track down leads, we already know what's up.
Yeah.
But you remember, you want to hide something from a Negro, put it in the book.
Right.
So I'm not a Negro, so they don't apply to me.
That's crazy. That's crazy because he the guy that study promoting. He's on the other day talking about oh yeah, see they got us, they enslaved us, they took us in the back and they put us in chains, and he want to like wrap that around our mind.
Okay, let's deal with that, Adam. That's what you call victim stancing.
Okay.
You answer every failure with the position of the victim.
Okay.
As long as you continue to be the victim, every story you're going to tell going to be from the position of the victim.
Yeah, that's how he do it. That's all it is.
But when you rise up and go against the victimizer, you no longer see it the way the victim sees it. Because you can look the beast eye to eye now and you won't buckle or fold. Because that don't got nothing to do with you, what he talking about over there. What got something to do with me is what I'm talking about over here.
Right.
You can tell me I'm from anywhere you want to tell me, but my roots talk to the earth over here and say, baby, you at home.
Yeah.
You just where Big Mama wants you at. Don't leave no stone unturned.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Right? So everywhere I seen the chief, I pointed him out. Right? All these are the stones the builders rejected. I've been building a community in everybody's face, and they didn't even see it happening.
Yeah, it's big too. Big.
You know, I've been initiating unity response in the communities, Chicago, LA, Atlanta, Houston, but people don't see it because they think I'm just on